next Friday night. They'll light it up and head it down the road.
That thing is at least 4 stories tall.
That's something to see when it's lit, too. It takes a couple days to put out that big bonfire. It's built. Looks like they took a whole forest to build it. Third down and 4 for Arkansas. Foster's not going to get the first down.
Anthony Williams came in and just jammed the play up. What Arkansas did, A&M did, was they came down, reduced their defense again, brought that defensive end in one position, and then put the linebacker up in there, just kind of blitzed him up in there in the line of scrimmage. And that's the result of the play. Williams makes the tackle in the backfield.
So it brings up 4th down and 4, and Arkansas will punt it away. So Meacham comes on to punt. And it's an end-over-end kick that'll hit inside the 10, take an Arkansas bounce and be down at the 6. A 41-yard punt. No return, and it was down by Bucky Richardson.
Meacham got that little square groove roll on it, had it come back.
So Meacham has set the stage for the last 14 minutes and 13 seconds. Seconds. This is the second straight time A&M has started the drive inside their 10. Last time they went 91 yards. They got a field goal to tie the game. McAfee will be the tailback. Robert Wilson the fullback. Lance Pavlis has gone the distance at quarterback. McAfee spins his way out to the 9-yard line. Michael Shepard made the stop there.
And we saw Shannon Wright, number 31 for Arkansas, just coming in on a hard blitz and try to disrupt the play. He got into the backfield and just lowered his shoulder, was not able to stop the running back, but very effective in terms of just jamming up the play and messing up the blocking along the line of scrimmage.
Shepard is one of those academic All-Americans we were talking about. He played behind Wayne Martin and Tony Cherico. They're both gone now, and he's the wise old leader. 2nd down and 7, left side to the 12-yard line. Good pursuit by Shannon Wright, the linebacker.
It's apparent the one thing A&M needs here is the ability to get outside, and Darren Lewis really provides that for him. And now that he's over the sideline with the bum ankle, it's a big question now if he can come back in the ball game and help support that running game. If he can't, and they want to keep him healthy for the game against Texas, they've got to find somebody else to rise to the occasion.
3rd down and 5 for the Aggies. Wilson in motion. Pavlis drops it underneath to Jones. Jones has the first down at the 22. Great second effort by the big tight end.
The big tight end that started out as a quarterback when he began his college career. Watch him here on a slant over the middle. Catches the football and does a nice, just extremely good extra effort. You see him on a little delay there. Now he releases off the line of scrimmage, slants across, and just makes a nice, strong run after he catches the football. A lot of desire there from a tight end at 6'4", 253 pounds.
A gain of 10, his 6th catch of the day. It's first down. Pavlis to throw again. Now he tucks it away. Goes out of bounds at the 27-yard line. Run out there by Anthony Cooney.
See, that little setup there, Lance Pavlis running the football, is going to loosen up that secondary of Arkansas, because now you put a little doubt in their mind. He can run the football now. Is he going to run it, or is he going to throw downfield? Psychologically, it works against the defensive backs. You see here now, he can't find anybody downfield, pulls it down and takes off running and gets yardage on the play, and that's another key.
It's 17-17. Texas A&M with the football. 2nd down and 3 at their own 29. Straight ahead goes Wilson. He's not going to have enough for the first. He'll be about 1.5 yards short. So Brian Ross comes in along with Shane Crawl, 2 tight ends. They're going to load up in a power formation. That means Percy Waddle, the flanker, will come out of the ball game along with Cornelius Patterson. It'll be 3rd down and 2. The Aggies have won 19 straight consecutive Southwest Conference games at home. I guess straight and consecutive is redundant. Nice cut inside, the spin for the first down. Keith McAfee.
A little bit of a surprise there. Everybody's expecting him to run inside, maybe try to go right over the top. They come outside, pitch it out to McAfee, and he does a nice job of running the football. Watch here as McAfee sets up outside. Good blocking, good surge there by the offensive line as well. You see him stepping out to get those hook blocks, get in position. It's kind of like a dance. And Big McCall had his block, and his man slides inside, but he maintains contact and clears the way for his running back.
It'll be first down and 10 at the 37 for A&M. Play action on the waggle, throws this one complete to his tight end at the 40-yard line. And again, it's Mike Jones.
Gotta like it. Mike Jones is in his senior year. He understands how important it is now for him to make a statement, and he's indeed doing one in this game, the biggest game all year for Texas A&M. And he goes out to that sideline, runs that sideline pattern. And you see him here make a nice catch over the shoulder and get the first down, or excuse me, gets 5 yards on the play.
Not a bad pass by Lance Pavlis either. Second down and 5, power play. Now they do have the first down.
If you have an offensive line that averages 288 pounds, after a while you begin to wear down your opponent if they're undersized. That is, if they're around 250 pounds on average. And maybe now that's what that A&M offensive line is thinking. We're going to start beating these guys down because we're bigger than them and quite possibly stronger than them. So you keep putting that running pressure on them.
First down and 10. Aggies. McAfee with a big hole, breaks into the secondary, to the 30, to the 15-yard line.
Over on that left side of the offensive line for A&M, you see those blocks reestablishing that line of scrimmage. That's what I've been talking about when I said you reestablish the line of scrimmage. Now your running back McAfee gets in that secondary, and he is all alone back there and makes a beautiful run on it. This is what I'm talking about. Watch these guys over here reestablish the line of scrimmage, moving those defensive linemen off the football. That's the key to the running game, getting those big linemen up there and letting them punish that defensive line.
A gain of 36. It'll be first down at the 15. Let me set that offensive line for you. Richmond Webb, the left tackle, is 291 pounds. Keith Alex is 305 pounds. Mike Arthur, the center, 266. Mike Pappas, 267. And Matt McCall, the All-American right tackle, is 314. It averages almost 290 pounds across that front. Wilson off the left side to the 9-yard line. Scott Long would make the tackle there. He's a freshman redshirt.
See where Robert Wilson's running. He's running in behind that big offensive tackle, Richmond Webb and Keith Alex. Both of them 6'6", both of them around 290 to 300 pounds. Mike Arthur, the center, is doing a nice job as well, blocking those nose tackles.
Percy Waddle goes to the top of the screen. Mike Jones and Brian Ross, both tight ends, are into the game as well on 2nd and 5. McAfee. He lost a yard this time.
Nick Thomas on the play. He really read that one all the way and played it beautifully from his outside linebacking position. Watch Thomas, number 48, come into view. Said before about him, he likes to slide along that line of scrimmage. Now he makes his attack into the backfield of Texas A&M. Here's the isolation of him. Watch his feet keep moving. See how he just keeps chopping those feet. Now he sees the running back, comes in there and makes a stop on McAfee.
A loss of 1. It's 3rd and 6. Pavlis has pressure, and he'll be sacked. Shannon Wright with the sack for Arkansas.
One thing about Arkansas's defense, when they get down in that red zone, that is inside that 20, they're going to start sending some people at you. And you've got to be ready for it. Watch them right up in the middle here. Come in. Nobody there really to speak up to block them. And as a result, you see Shannon gets in and chases down the quarterback, Pavlis. Nobody blocked it. The running back's out on routes. There's nobody there to get him.
Lane Talbert comes on for the field goal. It's a 38-yard attempt. It's long enough, and it's good. And Texas A&M takes the lead for the first time this afternoon. 8:14 remaining. The Aggies lead by 3. Out to the 30, the ball's loose, and it goes out of bounds. So Arkansas will retain possession. The Razorbacks trail by 3. 26-yard return. The tackle made by Chris Coombs. And Coombs knocked the ball loose.
Now suddenly Quinn Grovey comes out. He's got to get his offense cranked up. They've been virtually ineffective in the fourth quarter, and now they've got to start thinking about throwing the football a little bit and getting on that scoreboard as well. Quinn Grovey coming out, optioning him a little bit, and then sitting back there and throwing the football.
First down, the pitch outside, and Jackson's hit at the 34-yard line. The Razorbacks' only loss came to Texas October 21st. They lost 24-20.
Talked about how difficult it is to decide what Quinn Grovey's going to do on the play. Watch this. He carries out that first fake. Now you see he's got that ball out in front. If you're out there trying to tackle him, you say, hey, what is he going to do? Is he going to pitch the ball out? Yeah, this time he does, and they gain positive yardage on the play.
Second down and 5. Foster, first down, Arkansas. Cooper made the tackle, but a fine power run by Foster. Again, we tell you what's at stake. Arkansas and Texas A&M sitting at the top of the Southwest Conference standings at 5-1. The winner of this game most likely will host the Cotton Bowl. And Texas A&M has won 19 straight conference games at home. They now lead by 3. Grovey with the pitch. Foster run out of bounds at the 45 by Larry Horton.
Tim, I remember Bob Davie, and I mentioned it earlier, the defensive coordinator at A&M saying that he wants that outside linebacker to force Grovey to make a decision so he can't come out there and pitch that ball cleanly. Suddenly, I don't see that outside linebacker for A&M making him declare whether or not he's going to run the ball or pitch it out.
Everybody has an assignment on the option. The middle linebacker takes the dive along with that tackle. The outside linebacker gets in the quarterback's face, and the cornerback has to support the pitch man. 2nd and 7. Jackson, big hole. Carrying tacklers to the Texas A&M 40-yard line.
One of the reasons why Jackson can get through that line of scrimmage like that is watch his offensive line on the left side of your screen. Watch them blow off the football and get some nice holes open up for their running back. You see them now just punching those blocks up in there. And Jackson runs through. I think I could go through that line and make a couple of yards.
Don't get crazy on me now. Texas A&M wants a timeout with 6:58 remaining in the ball game. After that 15-yard gain, it's 2017 A&M. First down at the 40. Razorbacks. E.D. Jackson to the 27-yard line.
We talked about those outside linebackers forcing the issue. That time, Aaron Wallace, number 23 from A&M, comes up and tries to do that. But Grovey runs that option so well, Wallace is out of position on it. Watch Wallace, number 23. He's right on the right side of your screen. Plays down now. He comes back out, but he's just a little bit too late because Grovey's already gotten to the corner. And right now, he made the decision, I'm going to pitch the ball out.
Jackson now has 79 yards and 10 carries. But here's the statistic, Dan. Grovey has only 1 completion at quarterback since the first quarter. Jackson, right side, maybe a yard. Anthony Williams just stood him up.
Anthony Williams has been having a very busy day from his inside linebacking position. He's had a great ball game so far. See Anthony He's a sophomore general studies major from Waco, Texas.
2nd down and 8, Razorbacks. Jackson straight ahead to the 21-yard line. Trent Lewis made the stop, and the clock becomes all important right now.
And again, Arkansas running the football, keeping it on the ground, and you can believe now that they're going to play for the win. They want to win this football game, not tie it, win it.
They need the win. Arkansas went to the Cotton Bowl last year. Texas A&M did not. So if Texas A&M ties, they'll take the Aggies. 3rd and 5. He's not going to make it. What a great lick by Kevin Smith, the right cornerback.
Kevin Smith is a big play guy for Texas A&M, and he makes a huge play this time. Grovey gets out there in the corner in pretty good shape. Nobody really forces the issue with him out on the corner, but now watch him when he turns it upfield. Watch Kevin come in here and make the stop. That's all shoulder. That's the way they textbook tackle.
So it's 4th down and 3. And what do you do now, Dan?
If you're Arkansas, I think that you have to go for it on 4th down. Now you want to get into the end zone and get 7 points.
5:20 remaining.
When you
And Ken Hatfield and the Razorbacks have decided to go for it.
And of course, that's because they've been having snapping problems all day. Ken Hatfield said, hey, look, I want to go with my running game now.
They also need the win, not the tie. Grovey has pressure, throws, knocked down. Larry Horton knocked it down, but there's a late flag. And they're going to call Horton from coming over the back.
Horton had to go over the tight end Winston in order to block the ball. And when he went over, he reached over the top, and they say now that's when they got on him. Just reached over the top of Winston's head. R.C. Slocum can't believe it.
On the defense, automatic 1st down.
You be the judge. On the right side, you see 39 Horton coming up to make the play, and he goes over Winston, and he's on his back there. That's pretty clear. Now let's look at it from a different angle, sideline angle. This ought to show it pretty clearly. There you see him. He made the contact before the ball got to the tight end Winston.
Automatic 1st down. The ball at the 13. This is Jackson, right side to the 10-yard line. Tackle made by Terry Price. The clock continues to move, under 5 minutes. Arkansas with 2 timeouts remaining, Texas A&M with 2. It's 2nd and 7. Jackson bounces outside to the 7-yard line. Tackle made by Aaron Wallace. They need to get to the 4 for the 1st down, so it'll bring up 3rd down and a long 4 yards.
With the way that Quinn Grovey can run that option now, I have to believe that Arkansas is thinking about maybe going wide again, because that gives you the option of either your quarterback running it outside or flipping it out to your tailback. And I'd go to the wide side of the field.
Cedric Fillmore goes to the top. To the left side is Derek Russell. It's 3rd down and 4. Foster has the 1st down. He spins his way down to the 3-yard line before Anthony Williams can tackle him. And the clock continues to move, under 4 minutes, and now has stopped at 3 minutes and 50 seconds.
Barry Foster, the criminal justice major, gets away with a little bit of stealing here. He just takes it right up in that line of scrimmage. And you see that funny stance that he's got. He talked to us about that stance. He said the reason why he uses it is because he's able to see the field a little bit better, has better vision downfield.
The clock stopped to move the chains. It's now moving again. 1st and goal at the 3, Arkansas. Jackson is stuffed at the line of scrimmage.
This is where that A&M defense finds out what they're made all of. Time to check each other a little bit in that huddle. Look into each other's eyes, tell each other what you want out of this game.
It'll be 2nd and goal at the 2. Foster, touchdown Arkansas. Barry Foster, the junior. This drive started with 8 minutes and 6 seconds remaining on the clock. It's down to 2:52 now.
And once again, they go right up the middle. They know they've got Elbert Crawford, that center in there, and you see him. He's already in the end zone. He's waiting for his running back to get in there. Barry Foster, he cleared the way for him and got down in there with him to celebrate.
So Todd Wright for the extra point. And this is important. They lead by 3, and it's blocked. A field goal now can tie it. And a tie is all Texas A&M needs.
And now I think you understand again why Ken Hatfield didn't go for the field goal earlier. Understood the problems they were having in the kicking game. And he told us before this game started, he said the kicking game is going to play a very important part in this ball game. Here's the replay of the kick. You see the snap. The snap is a little bit out of place, but really got it down, and it just was fumbled by the holder there, and the kicker just doesn't come through and hit it cleanly.
Great penetration by number 11, William Thomas. A big, big block. The lead is 3.
Hey, party people! I got some more party time tips for you from Extra Gold Draft. First, never party with anything less than a full tilt taste of Extra Gold. This is some serious beer. Another tip. The next time your buddy sets you up with a blind date, try not to look too surprised the first time you see her. Betty, right? I'm Tom. She likes me.
Ask for an extra. Go for the full tilt taste.
It's this cologne.
The Black & Decker Air.
And we'll keep an eye on him as they get down into his range. A field goal will tie it, and that's all Texas A&M needs. Larry Horton will down it, and they'll bring it out to the 20. So that Arkansas drive went 70 yards, 13 plays. It took 5 minutes and 13 seconds. The key play, the pass interference call on 4th and 3 against Horton. It'll be first down at the 20, 2:52 remaining in the ball game. It's 23-20. Arkansas leads by 3. The lead in the Southwest Conference is at stake. Pavlis drills it and has it complete to Cornelius Patterson. It'll be 2nd down and 3. Left side, Wilson has the first down, bangs his way out to the 34-yard line. Clock stops at 2:19 while they move the chains. It'll start to run as soon as they're set. First down for Pavlis and the Aggies. To the 35-yard line goes McAfee. It's a gain of 2.
A&M has got to work the ball downfield. You've got to get it downfield and then get out of bounds.
Under 2 minutes. Pavlis has time, throws it, it's complete. Waddle has it at the 43-yard line. Tackle made by Anthony Cooney and Ken Benson, and I'm not sure he was the target.
Yeah, I think it was one of the serendipity. Something good happens.
A gain of 22. The clock at 1:46. Pavlis again, backside pressure, throws deep, dangerous pass, thrown out of bounds.
Pavlis calling that play from the line of scrimmage, doing an audible at the line of scrimmage. Had enough time to get the ball downfield, but just lofted it just a little bit too high. but he's working the right thing. He's working that receiver going out of bounds to save as much of the clock as he possibly can for his offense.
Second down and 10 at the 43. Pressure. Throws this one up for grabs. Intercepted. Anthony Cooney with the interception for Arkansas. He was hoping his big tight end at 6'4" could out-jump the 6'2" Cooney. A dangerous pass.
And he threw it because the blitz was coming up the middle once again, and this time he had a running back in there to pick up the blitz. You see the blitz right in the middle of your screen. Both of the linebackers coming. That's Mason and Thomas, and as a result, Pavlis has to loft the ball up, and the defensive back just does a great job of coming down with that one. Anthony Cooney.
The third interception for Cooney this year. And a flag is down. They're going to call delay of game against Arkansas, so they'll move Arkansas back.
Yeah, see, he's a criminal justice major. He just stole a pass from the A&M offense.
Oh, my.
Three interceptions on the season for Cooney. He's going to have a nice ride back to Fayetteville.
1:32 remaining in the ball game. It'll be first down and 15 for the Razorbacks, and they'll just try to melt the clock now. I can tell you Frank Broyles just about jumped out of his seat at home down in Arkansas, the athletic director. Razorbacks start at their own 20, first and 15. Both teams have 2 timeouts remaining. Jackson stopped after a gain of 1.
And this really breaks a trend for Arkansas as well. They hadn't scored from the offensive side of the ball against A&M in over 2 years. And they certainly scored today.
There's another streak on the line. A&M has not lost a conference game in 19 games.
The Southwest Conference is really deep in my heart and soul. I graduated from Texas Tech University in Lubbock, so I know the Southwest Conference stands for more than just athletics. I really don't need these notes to talk about its 75-year history. The schools of the Southwest Conference stand for quality academics and quality of life. The road to success starts with the Southwest Conference.
The last time Arkansas won here at Kyle Field was 1981. They lead by 3 with 1:25 remaining in the ball game. It'll be second down and 13. And this is the way it stands in the Southwest Conference. Arkansas and Texas A&M both on top at 5-1. The winner of this game will walk away, sole possession of first place, and be ready to host the Cotton Bowl. They won't win it outright yet, but they will certainly be in command of that invitation to the Cotton Bowl.
And you think about Arkansas playing SMU next week, and SMU, of course, having their problems with their football team and not really having scholarship athletes playing for them now. It looks like a nice road for Arkansas.
A&M 1 timeout remaining. Jackson, Foster the setbacks behind Grovey. Grovey with the pitch. The Razorbacks lose a yard. Anthony Williams, great coverage from the linebacker spot. And Texas A&M takes its final timeout with 1:17 remaining in the ball game.
Judicious use of the timeout for A&M now. If they can get the ball back, they'll be in good shape.
We'll be back.
Two more downs, get the punt, then they can come back down and kick that field goal, get back in position.
I can tell you this, Lance Pavlis would love to have another shot.
One more time.
.117 remaining in the ball game. It's third down and 14 for Arkansas. Grovey puts pressure on the corner and goes down at the 21-yard line, so he loses a little bit more yardage there. And as the clock approaches the 1-minute mark, Arkansas will take all the time they can off that clock.
And the 25-second clock just now began to count down.
So as you look at the game clock with 50 seconds left, the play clock is down to 14. And they'll use as much of that as they possibly can. That's the play clock. Matter of fact, they'll use all of it and take the penalty or a timeout. Well, there's the penalty, so they'll move it back.
Dead ball, delay on the offense, still 4th down.
That takes the game clock all the way down to 33 seconds.
We talked about Lance Pavlis wanting one more shot at this thing. It certainly looks like at this point he's going to get it.
A&M needs a field goal. Alan Meacham is the punter. Shane Garrett is the return man, and he's standing at his own 38. And Meacham will take the safety. Smart play. That'll make it 23-22 Arkansas. The clock is down to 29 seconds.
I think Ken Hatfield would have preferred that they run more time off the clock. Keep your guy running around back there. Keep your punter running around and burn a little bit more time off the clock. That time they only burned 4 seconds off the clock. Really doesn't change the scenario that much for A&M.
So the offensive safety makes it a 1-point ball game with 29 seconds left, and now Arkansas will have a free kick, and Texas A&M will get its return team ready.
You get all the experienced guys out on the field, all the guys with good hands and the ability to run the ball. Blocking is not necessarily as important as making sure you catch the football and bringing it back up the field. And then, if you can, get out of bounds.
Lane Talbot's longest field goal is 46 yards. So A&M needs a good return and then one quick play to put it in field goal range.
It'd be a lonely thing in being a kicker, but when it comes down to the real and critical point in the game, you kind of enjoy having that pressure on your shoulders.
Another scenario. Alan Meacham will be the guy to kick the free kick. He's the punter. He's had a boomer of more than 50 yards today, but he also had a shank of 27 yards. Shane Garrett will be the deep man for Texas A&M, along with Larry Horton.
Come on, 21!
Seconds stand between Arkansas and the Cotton Bowl. At least they'll be in great shape to win the Cotton Bowl. Horton to the 46-yard line with 24 seconds left. A return of 24 yards.
Key here now for A&M, don't get greedy. Take the 10, take the 15, whatever the defense is willing to give you, and then get out of bounds and try to get in position so Talbot can kick the field goal.
How many plays can they run in 24 seconds?
You can run at least 5 or 6 plays, depending on if you're successful getting out of bounds. So that's plenty of time if you run the plays correctly.
It's 23-22 Arkansas. Texas A&M with the football. No timeouts remaining. Mike Arthur snapped the ball before Lance Pavlis was ready to receive it. Now the clock continues to move, and they have no timeouts and no way to stop it.
He was looking at that double blitz right on his head.
Backside pressure, Pavlis. Ball's loose. No whistle yet, and no signal.
And no time on the clock.
Arkansas football. That's the ball game. 23-22 Arkansas, and they take over sole possession of first place in the Southwest Conference. To the final, And the standings then look like this. Arkansas takes over first place with a 6-1 record. Texas A&M falls to 5-2.
Turnovers. You're in the driver's seat now against SMU next week, a game you obviously should win. How do you keep your guys from getting overconfident?
I promise you we won't have any trouble at all. We'll be ready to play SMU. We respect Forrest Gregg, and we know what's on the line riding if we win the game, so we'll be at our best.
The president of the Cotton Bowl is Jim Williams. Now, you were an ex-teammate of his. How tough was it for you to maintain your objectivity watching your ex-teammate here?
Oh, it's difficult, but Ken and I are old friends, and we've had a lot of fun together. And you know, we've had a great conference this year. Our conference has been very, very strong. We've had probably 5 teams that have been in it.
You bet.
And it's just a credit to the conference coming back like this, and to find people like Ken that we have throughout this conference.
And Jim, you got off the hook because now I have no tough questions for you. All right, congratulations, Coach.
Very much.
All right, let's go back upstairs to Tim Brandt.
All right, James. Great job. Final comment, Dan?
Arkansas ran the football when they needed to and were successful.
All right, so for Dan Jiggets and James Brown, I'm